In this video, I'm going to talk about naked edges. To find out if you have any naked edges, you can go under Analyze, Edge Tools, Show Edges. And in here, you're going to see that with naked edges on, it's going to show you where you have open edges. And so you can add any selected objects or multiple objects at once. And in this case, we have an open edge up here. So I'm going to show you how to fix this type of open edge. So the first thing I want to do specifically for this model is flip it upside down, because the Z is facing down, which means every time I go to the right side, it's spinning the opposite way. So it gets kind of confusing. So to make my life easier, I'm going to take all of the buttons, and I'm going to set up some kind of reference so I can put them back later on, put them back in the same position. So I'm going to move them by a specific unit. In this case, I'm going to use, let's use the grid snap, and I'm going to move them by, that should be 2 units. Yeah, 2 units up. Now I'm going to set up a line. And so what this does here is it lets me select some kind of point and move it by exactly 2 units and put it back where it was originally. The reason why I set up this line here is because by having a line, you can have a single point that you select to move an object up or down. But you can also rotate the object from one point to another. So I'm going to add this object, rotate, and you'll see I'm typing you will see I'm typing in all of the commands in the command bar. I don't like to use the shortcuts so much. Also, there's something strange with the perspective view. It's kind of crooked. This can happen when you hold certain keys. I think it's Shift and Alt. Yeah, Shift and Alt is going to rotate the perspective view. So I'm also going to fix that. The quick way to do it is you just take the perspective view, do a right click on it, and you can just close the viewport. When you close the viewport, you can get it back by going on the view. Within the view, you have a viewport layout, and if you reset your 4 viewports, the 4 viewports default out here, it's going to fix this kind of view changes that you may have made with Shift and Alt. So moving on, how do we resolve these type of issues when it's open, when we have a naked edge? The first thing that you should do is look at it very closely and try to figure out where the mistake is, or where this open edge has happened. In this case, we see that there's a lot going on here. There's a fillet that crashes into another fillet, and you have 2 surfaces that also interact, but it doesn't say that the whole face, the whole edge of these 2 faces is an open edge. It says there's only a single point on these faces. So let's look at them really closely and see if there's actually an opening in there. And here you can see there's some kind of shading issue happening. There's a rendering problem, and it seems like where the rendering problem happens is exactly where the point of this open edge is being shown. So what that means to me is that there is some kind of tolerance issue. So because of the quality of the surface, there's just something happening that's creating a gap. Now, usually to see the polygon or the quality of your surfaces, you would go under Analyze, Surface, and one of these tools here. You can use Zebra, for example, and you can adjust the mesh. So this would adjust the quality or the density of the mesh for your surface. In this case, you can see where the problem happens is where the polygon mesh is coming to a single point. So what that means is that the issue is a result of the mesh density of your surface being too low of a number. There's not enough polygon, so it's not a high density of polygons. It's not high enough to render this edge, which means this specific issue in this surface is happening because of the tolerances within your surface. So your surface tolerances. Now if you crank it up, it's going to look like it's better, but you still have this small issue here, which again indicates that you do have some kind of tolerance issue in this model. So that's one way to identify why this type of issue would happen. But now I'm going to kind of run you through how to solve it, show you how you can get a clean edge without having some kind of open point or open edge. So the first thing I would do is explode it, and now we are left with a bunch of surfaces. If you zoom in, you'll see that it's pretty much the same. In fact, it's even worse than before. Yeah, you can see it looks like the quality of the surface is even worse than before. Now, as I said, you still have the same problem, and the problem is basically a result of the tolerances. So before you do anything, you're going to want to go to your properties, which you can find up here in Option, or you can go under File, Properties. It's going to get you to the same menu, which is the Document Properties. In here, you're going to have a few different options. One of them is the mesh. So the mesh could help you in terms of the visual aspect of your model. It's going to do something similar to the Zebra quality of your surface mesh. And you can go up here, crank up the density to 1, and it should make it better, but it's not going to help you that much for this specific model. Now the other thing you can do is change the quality within your units. So within your units you have an absolute tolerance. Now this absolute tolerance of 0.001 is actually not very good. If you want better tolerances, you would have something like 0.0001, 3 zeros. Typically the settings I would use, which are the settings I'm going to use right now, are going to be 0.001 for millimeters. That's kind of a standard actually. So yeah, if I was you, I would definitely use these settings, use millimeters, because that's what you would typically use for consumer electronics, for an object like this one. So use millimeters, and 0.001 should give you good tolerances. Now if you really want to be precise, you can go to 0.0001 for millimeters. The problem with that is it takes more computing usually to cut a surface and get that level of quality in your surfaces and in the way they are trimmed. So for this software, I would say 0.001 for millimeters should be okay. So these are proper settings. And again, I would suggest that you do go to the mesh and use the custom settings with a density of 1. That could also help a lot when you're trimming surfaces, and it could resolve some issues. So I'm going to press OK, and then it's going to give you this menu here which says, would you like to change your unit from the inches to millimeters, scaling the model? Do you want to change the scale of the model itself? So this doesn't matter to us. We don't have to change the scale because we're just changing the unit. So we're going to say no. We're not changing the scale of the object itself. We're just changing the unit that we're working with. But what we've done here is we've actually increased the tolerances, because the tolerances are based on the unit, and the unit is millimeters. And of course 1 millimeter is much, much smaller than 1 inch. 1 inch is the previous setting we used. So we just increased the quality by a lot, although the absolute tolerance has stayed the same, but because it's proportional to the unit we're using, we've actually increased it by a lot. So that being said, we know where the issue is, and now we've increased the quality of the tolerances we're using, or the quality of the surfaces, in terms of their tolerances when they're trimmed, but your surface is exactly the same because you haven't done anything with your options. So the way you would utilize the new settings is by selecting the problematic surfaces, like the fillets, and these two surfaces here, and you're going to want to untrim them. So if you haven't exploded the model, I would explode it first, then select the surfaces that are creating this open edge or this naked edge, and I would just type in untrim, and you can choose to untrim the selected surfaces, or you can untrim all. So now you get this kind of mess. The next step I would suggest you do for something like this is start with your fillets. So select both fillets, and type in the trim command or click on the icon, and you can trim both sides of your fillets. And looking at it, you can see there's a different type of edge here, which it might be better, it might be worse. We'll check it out later, but I think it should be okay. What else do we need to do? So we need to trim both of these surfaces, and they look like they match on the backside, so that's going to make our life much easier. So we can use the same settings again, use the trim command, and trim this and that. Okay, escape, and now we have these surfaces, and that's the fillet we're looking at. Yeah, it looks like there's something strange happening here, so there's also something strange happening there. So I'm gonna select both of these guys, both of the fillets, and I'm going to untrim all of them, and I'm gonna have a look at what's happening here. So we're gonna extract this surface, and we'll just delete it. And now I'll just say cap CAP. So cap is going to close off any kind of linear surface, as long as it is like an extrusion, as long as it has the properties of an extrusion, it should be able to cap the surface, close it off, and create whatever is missing. And so it seems to be able to do it, and yeah, let's check if it is a closed poly surface or if it is an open surface. We'll go under Analyze again, and we'll use the same command under Edit Tools and Show Edges. And again, if we use the naked edge and add this object, we'll see that this time there is no open edges, no naked edges. So it is strange that these fillets are meeting this way, but the reason why this is happening is actually because of the construction of these fillets. They don't come in as a tangent surface, they come in as just a sweep that comes to position. So it comes to an edge, but it doesn't have a continuity between the top surface and the bottom surface. So I'm going to speed up the video and show you very quickly how that would look if it was built in a smoother manner. But this should give you a better idea on how to fix this type of naked edges using simply the settings and the unit tolerances. And again, you do not have to change the unit to millimeter. One alternative, if you really want to use inches, which I would not recommend, but if you do want to use inches because you're more comfortable with using inches, you can simply increase the absolute tolerances of your units, and it should do the same. It should have the same effect on your trimming and on the quality of your edge.